Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to address the overall markets, and the main question that a lot of you have is the market going to bounce? Is this the bottom? So we're going to discuss that in great detail. We're also going to be looking at some of the stocks that I've mentioned in the last video. All right, y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the NASDAQ futures, and as y'all can see on the left hand side, the futures are a little bit red. All right, we're down by negative 0.5, 0.50, 0.48%. All right, we open a little bit lower, but the way I look at it from the daily time frame, especially with the NASDAQ, the market is trying really hard to find a bottom. It's right at support, which stretches from the 22nd of August right here. Gonna draw that band and move all the way to the right. Okay. On Friday, we had a huge test of that level, and the wicks at the bottom of these candles are getting quite long. All right, lots of buyers right here, more buyers right here. Even though the trend has been falling, buyers are trying to find, the market is trying to find a bottom. All right, and I think the bottom is really near, and it's right around the corner. Also keep in mind that on Wednesday morning there will be an inflation report being put out 1 hour before the market opens. All right, so just keep that in mind and position yourself, put yourself in the best position to make money. All right, to trade things day by day and look for intraday structures. We're gonna see how this thing opens in the morning. When we look at the VIX, not this VIX, the other VIX, yeah, that VIX. Now when we look at that, like, it got in that green circle that I drew for you guys on Friday. It actually got in the middle of it. It went all the way up to 2650 and then retraced back down. All right, this is how it's looking like on the 4-hour time frame. It's getting kind of lumpy up here. It's getting kind of weak. If you drop below 22, then maybe the bottom of the overall market will be confirmed. Just set an alert right here, because the VIX is looking like it wants to roll over. Like on the daily chart, again, it seems like it's going up and up and up, and it could go up. But when you drop the time frame a little bit, then you can see the weakness. But we'll see how this one plays out. We will see. Again, a drop below 22, especially a drop below 21, then this play is done, right? And this thing should go all the way back down to 14, and the market should have found a bottom. But that's my thoughts on the VIX. That's my thoughts on the indices. Pay attention to how we open. Let's look at Apple, because Apple is looking quite interesting. I shared this one with y'all in the previous videos, and it's looking like this. I even clipped a short video for y'all with Apple, and I share with y'all my thoughts on it, and my thoughts still stand. I think there's going to be a retest, and just like the NASDAQ, there are buyers right here and buyers again on Apple right here on the 5th. Out of all of the stock, this one has been the strongest so far, and it's been holding its own. Tomorrow, again, if the market opens up like this, I don't think Apple is gonna move at all. I think it's gonna open up at the exact same price. I think it's gonna open up a little bit below 240, and then we're gonna climb. So what I want all of you to do is, I want all of you to have an alert right here at 241. Best case scenario, it forms a beautiful structure and breaks out on Tuesday afternoon. Best case scenario. All right. Yeah, just a beautiful structure where we slowly climb up, but we don't do too much until like Tuesday afternoon. That is the best case scenario before we make a massive jump back up to 250 for Apple. All right, we got this line of resistance that got taken out right here on Friday, and this, I guess, is looking like a retest. So we're on the other side of that resistance line. So if we can just chill out here before we make a run for it, that would be spectacular. So Apple is definitely something that I'm keeping on my watch list for this specific week. Now let's do an update on Amazon, which is one of the stocks that I gave y'all in the last video. And Amazon dropped. All right, congratulations to anybody who took that trade. I told you to set an alert right here at 198 and to watch for the gap fill down to 190. It almost did that gap fill. It almost did. Almost. Is it going to completely fill it? That one I don't know. Like, it would have been a lot easier if it did on Friday. Like, if it went down to like 190 exactly before bouncing, like, it would have been a lot easier for me to just tell you, yeah, this is the bottom and we're gonna rebound for Amazon. But this is getting a little tricky, so we'll see how this one moves. We'll see how it moves. The same thing occurred for the first two stocks was Amazon and Netflix. Also, Netflix was the other stock I gave you guys to watch for a drop, right? That gap definitely got filled at 870. Y'all see this fade right here, which is what I warned you guys about. An opportunity for the bears at first, and then an opportunity for the bulls next. This is the drawing that I put out in the last video, and it's still there. And that's kind of how it moved. Bears made money, and then the bulls made money afterward. And from this point forward, if you're still bearish on this thing, I think it's just being greedy. Like, I think you should be looking for bullish opportunities. There isn't any confirmation yet. There really isn't any solid structures yet. But during these times, it should be, I think, I'm looking for bullish opportunities at these lows after this recent sell-off, right? Now, another stock that we're going to look at, somebody mentioned in the comment section, BAH. And I thought the stock looked interesting. If we look at the daily time frame, where do I think BAH is going to go? I think it's going to rebound. It has a good track record. Like, when I move on to the weekly, this is how the stock has been behaving. From the lows of 22 to the highs of 200. And this is a nasty drop during the last quarter, the last 4 months alone. And it's right back down to where long-term investors love to dip by, right here. All right. And on the weekly, this is a bullish engulfing candle with tremendous volume right here. So what should happen? Either next week is going to give us a bit of nothing, which might be a doji for like this upcoming week. And then the week after that, then we're gonna start really moving up for BAH, right? Either that's gonna happen or the next candle should be just a big green candle like this, right? But either way, this is a place where long-term investors will be looking to go long. All right, that's my honest thoughts on this one. Now, the next stock that we're going to look at in today's video, let's discuss Tesla. And is it time to call the bottom on Tesla finally? All right, I'm glad I left it on the weekly, and we can see the retest of that 200 SMA on the weekly, which again, now long-term investors love to buy. All right, and when I change it to the daily, again, we also near that 200 SMA, even though it broke below it. The one thing that was a bit worrisome and that was causing some kind of uncertainty was is it gonna fill the gap first before it bounces, right? Or is it just gonna bounce and not fill the gap? But we got that answer last week when the gap got filled at the bottom right here, right? We got this one filled at exactly 251, and that one filled it like it didn't cause any uncertainty like Amazon, for example. Amazon, there's more $2 more left. This one actually filled it completely, right? It's opening a little bit lower, but I told y'all, let's just see how everything opens in the morning. That way we can get a good feel of which way the market actually wants to go. But these are the lows. Set your alerts at critical resistance levels. Watch for intraday structures. The stock is going to rebound, so just keep your eyes on it. Okay, keep your eyes on Tesla. Now, the last stock that we're going to look at in today's video, we're going to move into the semiconductor space. We're going to look at AVGO. And AVGO had earnings report on Thursday afternoon and crushed earnings. Went up by about 10%. before giving that move back and closing a bit strong on Friday. This is a good look for the stock, right? We got the gap on the left they got taken care of, which is nice. And then earnings causes the spike in volume, right? So from this point forward, not only that the volume is going to get bigger, especially during the first week after earnings, but also the length of the candle is gonna get bigger, and also the contracts got cheaper because of earnings, right? So this is definitely something that you want to keep in your radar for this week. That's my honest thoughts. I think it's going to bounce with the markets. Again, with the market, I think the bottom is near, and if the bottom is there, and this one should bounce with it, and we should see a rise on AVGO to 210. That's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button. As always, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 8 p.m. Central Time. So definitely click on that subscribe button and click on the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul and Guman at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.